Hi everyone, this is Ocean Spirit Tarot. Let's do a quick read tonight for the collective. Let's see what's going on in the energy. I feel things are a little bit quiet at the moment. Last night we had a bit of, I don't know, a bit of an anger issue. Anger in the energy. Someone not happy that you're doing better. Things were coming through for you. So let's see what we've got. What comes through for the collective? We got the sun. Happiness. We got the moon too. My reading just before was a lot on someone working through their shadow. It was all to do with the shadow and the light. So let's see the same sort of thing that comes back out. But the sun, it's good. Things illuminating. Things being seen. Happiness coming through, that abundance that we've been talking about starting to flow on through. You just being happy within yourself. Other people can see it. As well, just clarity too on things. Got the strength. Become very balanced, very happy. What card wanted to flip over? Where are ya? It wants to hide. There it is. The Magician. Wow, these are massive cards. And Temperance. Wow. So then we had flipped out was the Seven of Swords. These are huge cards. With the Ten of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. And we had split. In between was Six of Swords, moving away from choppy waters. And that's the Page of Cups. They're exactly the two cards that come out earlier when I done a reading. And it was all about moving away from that choppy water. Someone had worked through their shadow side, where a lot of emotions, been really emotional. Seeing things for what they were, like just felt like they were drowning within emotions, uncontrollable. Or as well, I sort of seen that, you know, you were very innocent, very giving towards somebody. You kept offering that cup, just an overflow of love that you kept giving to somebody, and you just weren't getting anything back, and in the end you just drowned within that emotion that you weren't getting. Hang on, I won't be a second. Sorry, interruptions. Kids coming through and I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm hitting photos instead of pause. All right, so let's see. Let's see what comes on out. I really feel you can see someone's holding on to your energy. You've manifested. You've put your intentions out there for something new. You've learnt your lessons. I feel like you're not going back to the past. Whatever you've been through, whether it was with a person, just experiences, work situation, you're looking forward. We had the Ten of Cups, Page of Swords, had the Page of Cups that come out as well. I really feel like someone's definitely watching and keeping an eye. We've got Karma, the Four of Swords, the Fool, and the Death card. Like, you've definitely had an ending within a situation, and that doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship. You've had some sort of ending of a way that you're living, a way that you're doing things. You've always wanted and you've always worked towards the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. Like, that's massive. But with having Temperance, the Fool, and the Death card, in Karma, and there's just so much. Like, they are massive cards. I feel like you've ended a cycle. You've ended something really big in your life, and you've been through hard times, but as well, like, you've been swept up in that emotion and looking at the things that you've done and the things that probably people have done towards you, maybe the way that people treated you. You're not accepting it anymore. You used to overthink it a lot. You used to feel as though it was something that you were doing, something that you were doing, like, wrong. And I think it used to keep you up in your head. You used to give you a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, like, sort of always wondering, like, why people treated you that way, why people took advantage of you. But I see you've really worked on looking at that. You really... I feel like just a whole no fucks given no more. It's sort of... You're going for what you want now. You're ending that cycle of trying to please people. You're not interested in pleasing people anymore. I think you've been through enough that now you want to do whatever makes you happy, and if people don't accept that, then so be it. You're really going to working towards what you want and what makes you happy. Because the Death card is all about ending them karmic cycles and, you know, tying up them loose ends and changing that train of thought too. Like, and the Fool's all about taking that leap into the new timeline, into new adventures, new opportunities, and not looking back. Once you take that leap, there's no going back. And I feel like you're ready. You're gonna take that leap. You've had enough of the experiences or the life that you've been living. But I definitely see within the cards that there is somebody from your past that is watching. They could be watching your social media. They could just be, there's something, it could be energetic where they constantly keep pulling on your energy, keep thinking about you. Because that's what I get from the Page of Swords. I just feel And not just the Page of Swords, but like the Seven of Swords as well. Like that, just that sneakiness. Someone keeping their eye. Someone wanted to keep you held back. Wanted to keep holding on to you. Didn't want to let go of you. But I really feel like you've seen it for what it is. You're not interested anymore. But with the Sun and Karma, like that's your light and your shadow. And you've really worked on that too. And that don't come easy. Which is why I feel like that you're moving through. Like you've balanced yourself. You've really tempered your energy and tempered your emotions and balanced yourself, kept yourself grounded, and haven't let yourself spiral into fear and anxiety. Because you've been manifesting, you've been wanting change. You've been speaking it, whether it's to other people or whether it's just to the universe, to God, whatever you do. Like you've definitely been speaking it and you've been putting that out there, that's what you want. You want that happiness and you want that abundance and to live more comfortable and not having to live day to day, not having to always brace for the next thing. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, see, you're moving away from choppy waters. You're moving away from that anxiety and that fear and whoever's held you back and whoever sort of kept you in, you know, questioning yourself all the time and not giving that love. Because I've definitely seen it before, like even with the Page of Cups, that you kept giving love when it wasn't given and it just kept you questioning yourself and not very nice energy. It sort of just really made you doubt yourself and doubt what you're doing wrong. But you've had enough. You're moving away from that. You've looked at it and you're looking for that new passionate new beginning. Something that gives you that spark of life again. Because look, you've got the Queen of Cups and the Empress. Beautiful. That is one of the most beautiful energy and person that you could have within the tarot deck. Like, you know, in the tarot is energy, but you know, when you're balanced within yourself and you radiate that Empress energy, you know what you want and you won't let people take advantage of you. But as well, you're nurturing and you're caring for other people. You just don't discard people and you don't judge people either. You've got that emotion about you and you're very caring. And people see that. You haven't lost that. Whatever you've been through or whatever you've been going through, you haven't lost that caring, nurturing side to you. You don't judge people. You're still you're giving, but you aren't to the excess of overgiving. You now have them boundaries put in place where if someone's not going to give back to you, then you know, well, I'll leave it there. You just don't keep giving and hoping that you're going to get something back. But you got the Wheel of Fortune. And that's beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune's all balanced and balanced within your mind, body and soul, but as well as moving, and it's moving into abundance. And really good things coming through, especially when you got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Like, that is unreal with the Sun. Like, that's the best thing you could have in the tarot deck. It's amazing. And then to have like the Empress and the Queen of Cups as well, that's just beautiful energy. That's not someone that's been through a lot of hard times and a lot of hard things. Sometimes, you know, really hard trauma, and has used it as an excuse or used it as a chip on their shoulder and to judge other people, or even to be jealous towards other people of why do you get that and I don't. You know, when it's the Empress, you've come out of it the other side. You've come out of it looking at it's a hard thing to say when you go through a lot of trauma, especially like any trauma, but a lot of hard trauma, like major stuff. It's hard to look at it and look at it as lessons. And sometimes that's not easy to do. You look at it and think like, you know, why did I go through that? What did I do wrong? But it's never anything that you've done wrong. Like, it's a lot of the time it's lessons that you're supposed to learn in this lifetime. It's not nice to say, and this is coming from someone that has been through, I've been to hell and back. Like, I've been through it, and it's things that we sign up for in this lifetime to experience and to learn, and sometimes using that pain and that trauma, and you use it as a gain to help other people. Because when someone's down there in that dark hole, and a lot of us know how hard it is to get out of, if you can be that person that can give that person strength and to know that things will be all right and you can get out of it, just even for someone to see, like, when you talk about something and for people to see, wow, like, look at how good they're doing, it gives people inspiration when they're in that place. But they've always got to do it for themselves. But you've been through stuff, you've been through heavy stuff, and you can see it in the cards, but you've come out of it with knowledge and with love. And you haven't used it as a shield. You've sort of, you've come out of it kind of as experience to help other people, and still soft. That's what I keep getting, is you've come out of it still soft. Like, a lot of people can go through some really hard things and it makes them hard, and they keep them walls up. But you haven't. You've still got that love and that nurturing side to you, and that softness that people can still see. You radiate just beauty, and that's a beautiful thing. And it's not easy. And that's why I feel like things are going to start coming through. The universe has seen what you've been through and how well you've handled it. As much as sometimes it's not as you don't think that at the time. But you definitely have, you know, to have the Empress, the Queen of Cups, and everything else has come out on the table. It is the most beautiful energy that you could have come out, especially Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Like, that's rebirth. Your Five of Swords. I always look at the butterfly as rebirth, and you've been in that cocoon and you've been working on yourself. I always look at the Five of Wands as, you know, that's them demons that you had to look at. That's that trauma and the fighting, whether it's fighting around you or fighting within yourself in your own head. It's, you know, to me, when I see that energy, it's heavy. Especially when you got the Seven of Swords as well. Like, it's just really heavy energy. Oh, look, you're looking out. You're looking for new things. You're moving past. And the Three of Cups, you got celebration. And learning to celebrate with people and celebrate your small wins that you have, because every small win is a win. I like this. Let's see. Your Justice, and you got the Knight of Wands. Someone coming through, passionate, fiery, but then that could be you going for life. You know, you're not holding back no more. You got that fire in your belly to take life on and to go for the things that you want and to move forward strong. But justice is definitely goes with that death card of closing out that karmic cycle, closing out them endings, change, balancing back out them scales. But you definitely got new love coming in, and you can feel it within your intuition. It's hidden at the moment, you can't see it, but you definitely got someone that's coming through with that full cup of love. That's going to show you the sort of love that you deserve and show you what you deserve. Appreciate who you are. But the High Priestess, it's all hidden energy, and you can't see it coming at the moment. You probably can feel it. But as well, the High Priestess is all about your intuition and your knowing, and you're following that intuition now. Not holding back, not second guessing yourself, and not listening too much to, you know, if you don't listen to your intuition within that 3 seconds, 5 seconds sort of thing, it goes to your mind and you overthink everything too much. Your High Priestess, she knows the moment she feels that intuition, she goes for it. She don't second guess things. And that's what you need to do. And I think you've learnt that, and you're starting to do that. And that's why you've got this coming through. Nothing but beauty and abundance. And so much love. And I just liked that the Ace of Cups come out with it, because that's that new love. Whether that's a new love for yourself and new love for your life, or whether that's someone new coming through. But you can see the lily pads with the Loftus, and that's all being down there. They sprout from the mud. They sprout from that shadow side. You know, they're thick in the mud, and then the moment they come out, it's just beauty. Absolutely magnificent, just beauty. Like them flowers are when they come through. And that's exactly, you've come from the dark and you've come out. And you've come out shining brighter than ever. Especially with that Empress. I love this. I feel like a lot of it has to do with like I say, you've been through a lot. You've worked on that shadow side, and that's never an easy thing to do. You probably feel like you were really drowning within your emotions. And the moon, what was it, Sagittarius moon, that blue moon, it was definitely one that bring up emotions from the past, things that you probably might not have looked at, and felt like things were resurfacing, but it was all stuff that you need to clear out and work through them emotions. And I feel like you've really done that. To start radiating that Empress energy is beautiful. But you've worked through and you've done really well. And to the fact that you've jumped that timeline, you've closed out that cycle that you need to close out. You're not following through, looping all the time. Because if you don't learn your lessons in things, you'll keep looping back around in that cycle. But you've closed it out. And I love that. And look, 2 of Cups. And in doing that, this new timeline's bringing through not just your abundance, but as well new love. And that's what we like to hear. Got Knight of Swords, someone coming through truth. Or is that you just speaking your truth? Not holding back no more. Not going to let people walk all over you no more. You know who you are. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there tonight. Look, Ten of Pentacles wanted to show itself. You definitely got abundance coming through. And I love to see that. Bye.